Hello viewers, my name is Toyo Wisdom from Nigeria. I'm having this as my first video to teach music and elements of music, also families of musical instruments. Enjoy. Today is 27th January 2021. I have gotten the inspiration to teach the topic music from the basic definition, teach elements of music and also families of musical instruments. Those are the three aspects we shall be covering in this video section. Music can be defined as the arrangement of sounds and silence to create mood. I got this definition inspired in the year 2020 around June. Things that comes to mind in defining music from my own definition. Number one, arrangement. Number two, sound. Number three, silence. And number four, mood. My definition entails music as the arrangement of sounds and silence to create mood. Arrangement means orderliness. Music should be arranged in an orderly manner. It comprises of sounds. Sound can also be defined as something that is audible to the ears. And also silence, that is a situation where there is no sound. And the effect is to create mood. For example, when a music called lullaby is a song, you present a song for a baby and the baby sleeps. And also in some ceremonial celebration like birthday, funeral, which is common in African settings. When the musician, when the performer does the music, people are motivated to spend money. So it is music that created the mood of to enable someone to spend money. Music too can be ministered by the choir in the church, and you see everyone sober, crying, trying to repent of their sin. Music will always be defined by me as an arrangement of sounds, silences to create mood, because the effect of music will be found in the mood it generates. And this also leads into the concept of genres, which we call styles in music. The reggae, the hip hop, the groove, R&B. Everything is because of the mood it creates. To go next, I'll be talking on sound. Sound is an energy. Sound is vibrations of matters. Matters are anything that has weight or occupies space. We have the air, the solid, the liquid, the gas, the source, the aerosols, etc. That is for the science categorization of matter. Also, for elementary, sound is something audible to the ears. An example of sounds, or the two forms or categories of sound, are one, the natural sound, which comes from nature. Example includes thunder, running streams, and likes. Natural sound comes from nature. Artificial sounds, which is the second one, is man-made sounds. Man-made is not coming from nature, it's coming from the activity of man. All musical instruments made by man are categorized under artificial sound. Example, horns, the machines, the vehicle, they are all categorized under artificial sounds. Next, elements of music. From the definition of music, understanding it as the arrangement of sounds and silence to create mood. What are the elements? How do we know that this is music? One, the first element is pitch. Pitch is how high or low a musical note is. How high or low a note sounds. How high or low a musical note sounds. It could be high, it could be low. And from the scientific point of view, we can see pitch too from the frequency, which is the number of oscillations, number of vibrations with respect to time. I need to demonstrate frequency with respect to pitch with this illustration. If you have this kind of tuning, which we call this one complete oscillation in physics, this is one. We have another one, starting again, 2, 3, and the oscillation can continue further. For those who are into sound engineering, they see pitch, they understand pitch more from frequency. And that is why in design of musical instrument, the knowledge of pitch and frequency are hand-shaped. For you to design a guitar B string, you need to calculate the frequency. For you to design a keyboard, you need to check the frequency for the keys, because for pitch, they are standards. And the standards of pitch are related to the musical keys. So the key A on a bass guitar and A on keyboard, they should produce the same frequency. And concerning pitch too, with respect to the musical keys notes, we have the A0, we have the A1, A2, A3 because of the octaves. Pitch is all about how high or how low a musical note sounds. For example, for the human voice, the soprano at the high pitch, they sing high pitch. While for the bass voice, they have low pitch. The tuba produces a low sound, while the recorder will produce a higher sound. And all these can be explained through frequency, which is the number of vibrations relating to time. In tonic software too, we can relate pitch with the do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. That the pitch is increasing to a high and coming down to a low. Now for tonic software or for the practicals on tonic software, if you have notes like this, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, this do that is marked up is of a higher pitch. The pitch reduces, that is why it's called T. The pitch reduces la to sol to fa, and all these can be quantized. Quantization means relating things to number. Relating things to number. All the music keys on the keyboard have their own frequency in hertz, in kilohertz. It depends on the octave. Pitch is a very important element of music which cannot be thrown away. Next, reading. Reading is can be explained or best understood with the knowledge of this word called patterns. Reading is all about the regular or irregular patterns of what? Pulses, strong beats, weak beats. For example, we are from Nigeria. We have a cloth called Ankara, and they are designed to patterns. So let's just use this pattern we see in mathematics. This is regular here, regular, regular. But when we go further, combining all together, it is regular, irregular. Reading is all about what? Patterns. For those who are going to sight read excellently on staff notation, either the Gregorian chants or any kind of notation, it's what they see first is reading, not the keys that are saying. They see the what? They see the reading. And for those who will be playing percussion instruments, they play according to reading. The reggae beat has its own reading. The classic has its own reading. So music too, the important element too in music is reading. All the elements of music are very important. Pitch. If there's no pitch, there's no music. If there's no reading, there is no music. Reading is a regular pattern or irregular pattern of pulses, strong beats, and weak beats. In staff notation, when you see semiquavers coming together, you know that it's a pattern. Whether it's moved from whether 6 semiquaver to a whole note, another 6 semiquaver to a whole note, 6 semiquaver to another whole note. You see that the song will be flowing in a pattern. For example, this song, when we walk with the Lord in the light of His word, what a glow. Can you see that the song has a pattern of coming with half notes at the beginning of each line? That is reading. Ta-ra, pa, 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 pa. So that is about reading. It's a pattern.